very. I'm here,
Yes, of
but
course,
she's
of course.
definitely up there. She's been away for quite some time.
Seek an annual notice having been forwarded to the New Jersey Herald and the New Jersey Sunday Herald and posted on the bulletin board maintained in the municipal building for public announcement. Will you please rise and join me to salute to the flag? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we'll call the roll, please.
Mr. Shirella,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Present.
Ms. Thora, Mr. Cadmick,
Yes.
Ms. Crock. Yeah. Councilman Kuzinich.
Present.
Mr. Mazelowski.
Here.
Mr. Rossi.
Here.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Here.
Mayor Galati. Here.
Okay, next item on the agenda is meeting minutes. The motion is in order to approve the meeting minutes of July 7th, 2026. I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Mr. Shirella,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond.
Yes.
Mr. Cadmick,
Yes.
Ms. Crock. Yeah. Councilman Kuzinich.
Yes.
Mr. Rossi. Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
Mayor Galati. Yes.
Okay, next item is resolutions. We have four. First one is Sonia Reynos, 44 Mass Road. The hearing date was June 16th, 2026. Are any changes or will I have a motion to accept the resolution?
So moved.
Second. All right.
Mr. Shirella.
Yeah.
Mr. Diamond.
Yes.
Mr. Cadmick,
Yes.
Councilman Kuzinich.
Yes.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
Mayor Galati. Yes.
Okay, next resolution is Wilmer Peterson, 66 Ithanel Ave. The hearing date was June 16th, 2026. Do I have a motion to approve that resolution?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Mr. Shirella,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond.
Yes.
Mr. Cadmick,
Yes.
Ms. Crock. Yes. Councilman Kuzinich.
Yes.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mayor. Mr. Tappan, I'm sorry,
Yes.
Mayor Galati. Apparently I'm,
Let me do that.
yeah, no, it's okay. Glitching out a little bit.
Have M&M.
All right, next, the next resolution is Aristides and Cindy Amador, 253 Lakeside Boulevard. The hearing date was June 16th, 2026. Do I have a motion to approve that resolution?
Motion.
Second. Mr. Shirella,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Cadmick,
Yes.
Ms. Crock. Yes. Councilman Kuzinich.
Yes.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
Mayor Galati. Yes.
And the last one is Susan Pryor, 11 Wildwood Shores Drive. The hearing date was June 16th, 2026. Do I have a motion to approve that resolution?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Shirella,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Cadmick.
Yes.
Ms. Crock. Yes. Councilman Kuzinich.
Yes.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
Mayor Galati. Yes.
Okay, correspondence. I don't believe we have any. Okay, next item is escrow refunds. We have none. Next item on the agenda is bills. Mott McDonald, Dolan and Dolan, French and Perillo. Do I have a motion to pay the bill?
Motion. Go to Judy. I'll second.
Got it, Judy?
Too much M&M.
Mr. Shirley.
Yes.
Mr. Diamond.
Yes.
Mr. Cadmick.
Yes.
Ms. Crock. Yes. Councilman Kuzinich.
Yes.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
Mayor Galati. Yes.
Okay, next item is zoning officer's report. Got anything, Bill?
Just one, like, you know,
Which one, Bill,
the doc we just, the board just did, matter of fact, just did the resolution and, it was basically when she started on the builder, they figured it would be better to put the one boat lift over on the right instead of on the left. So that's indicated there. It does not figure any variances, but I just want to let the board know that that's.
Okay, no new variances, so we're good. Okay, very good. Well, you got, Bill? Okay, next item is discussion. No discussion. Old business. Do we have a little old business?
Yeah, just a reminder, a continuation from the last meeting. If you're like me, you've probably realized there's more than 130 pages in each of these documents.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, but I was hoping that, maybe now that we're at the midpoint, just to help organize thinking of what's the ask here? Can you distill 130 pages to like 3 or 4 topics? This group of volunteers in the environmental and the open spaces what they're trying to do is preserve access, faster access to funds from Green Acres and other sources. And one of the problems in getting this fast access or any access is that the town has to demonstrate management of the resources through Rossi and things like that. So what they ask is of the land use board is there's a requirement for land use to approve these documents. And what the documents are asking for is just an ongoing protection and expansion of our natural protected areas, as well as improved recreational services, either through better maintenance of existing services or expanding additional services like kayak access through properties and things like that. So it's not like a group of lawyers coming for anything. It's just a group of volunteers in the town that have done a survey and found that people but would improve some things that is always a function of time and money. And while the group has time, the money, there's access to funds that would be released if we would just show that these documents have been updated and integrated into the town's thinking. It's a plan, it's not a mandate, it's not a law, it's just an intent, a future intent. These documents were prepared in 2002, 2011, and now that it's 2026, it's reasonable for these to move forward. I think everybody would agree. I think Jefferson is typically used as a competing near neighbor of how we could do better on this. And this is just one thing. It's a lot to think about, but if you could just think about as those like three asks: improving our natural resources, protected areas, access to more funds from state and Green Acres agencies, and just better improved recreational facilities such as trails, kayak access, and things like that. I think it may be easier to digest the document. And if I had one other ask, I'm waiting for Cliff to gag me as the environmental commissioner, is it would be good if nobody had any major problems with a plan, not a law, not more than that, I typically see memorializations happen where this document has to move further on in the chain. This is a go, no go stop for moving it forward to get funding. So if it would be possible with a summary document to get along the parameters defined by the summary document, a memorialization to say, okay, the land use board, if the land use board agrees, but.
I think we have the subcommittee that we talked about last time that Judy, Andy, Ron, were part of. And I believe that they're meeting with John Rushke in the month of August, according to
Third.
John's schedule.
Second or the third?
Second or the third, according to John's schedule. Because again, as detailed as these documents are, this board has to give their input on everything that's
Of course,
in
Yeah.
there. And even though we talked about just having a priority list of the top three things, there are properties. I know Ron and I have been out walking the properties and whatnot. I don't know if, I'm not going to speak for anybody else that's on the group, but once we have all of our information that I know, at least that's what I thought the plan was, we were bringing it back to this board in August to what the findings are, because the engineer has to weigh in. Yet. So I think we're all doing the same thing. I think it's just something that just doesn't happen quick because they're for everybody's getting through.
So I just ask people to look kindly on the work product of volunteers in town trying to move forward on some issues that are important for the families here. That's all.
Agreed.
Okay,
If I can add a comment, being that I did that for 12 years in
That's
Jefferson.
my deepest sympathy.
It's when we approve these issues, Green Acres is gonna require Opakon Borough to enforce the property lines. And they're gonna require us to send our zoning officer or enforcement officer out there to ensure that people expand their properties, their backyards into their zone, into the Green Acre zones. So I just want to say that it's going to be incumbent upon us to provide the manpower to enforce all the property lines and it
Yes.
becomes extensive. That's all.
And having only a few months' experience, and participating in blazing trails. We've seen and removed many things like, hunting, places in the trees and things like that. And also building relationships with the neighbors who are, in some cases, like in the inlet area, are happy. That, they didn't actually know that the land across for them was protected from future defaults. So there's an upside also.
Yeah,
to that.
Green Acres is relentless once we approve. Or once these properties get approved
Uh-huh.
of encroachment.
Build it.
But on,
Should've
but on the
said nothing on
upside,
that.
there's money.
I just wanted to.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you my benefit, of my experience.
Okay.
All right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
All right, that's it for old business. Any new business? No, seeing none? Okay, we have, no continued applications. We have 3 new applications. We're gonna take the third one on the list first because that's not a D variance. So the other 2 are D variances, so we'll take the.
Go home early.
Yes. You're welcome. All right, this application is, what is it, 385 Maxim Drive, Papa, 1973 LLC.
Good evening, Chris Colabella on behalf of the applicant. The application is very basic. You'll see that we're just asking for a variance relating to some pre-existing structures. There was some work done. There was a septic system that was installed on the property that was approved by the county. There's a retaining wall there, within 50 feet of the lake, and there's a drainage ditch that runs through the property that had a little wooden bridge over it, which has been, which Jasuli has rebuilt. And she's made a little platform there also at the end of the dock. So what I'd like to do is just have her testify with respect to her purchase of the property and the work that she was done. We haven't brought the engineer in. I didn't think that under the circumstances it would be necessary in light of the, I think, the minimus nature of the work and the application itself being de minimis. Who I swear.
Take your right hand. You swear the testimony about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Your full name, please?
Elena Chisuli,
Okay, spell that thing.
CIASULLI.
Ms. Chisuli, are you the owner of 385 Maxim Drive?
Yeah.
And when did you purchase the property?
October 2nd, 2020.
Okay, and when you purchased the property, did the property need a septic system at the time?
Yeah.
Was the property in a state of disrepair? The dock, was it in a state of disrepair? And did you take steps to renovate the property?
Yes, it's all fully renovated and secured and.
Okay, and you put a new septic system there?
Yes.
All right, which has been approved by the county?
Mhm.
And as part of the work that you did there, did you make some improvements to the dock? And I'm just gonna ask the board that attached to the application, there's a survey which was done by Lakeland Surveying dated April 3rd, 2026. If we could just mark that as A1, I'm gonna show you the survey of the property. And on the lakeside, you see there's a dock there on your property?
Yeah, that was existing and it was like a regular wood planks and they're like all rag out and leaning cannot walk on it. So we used the new material to put over.
You use Trex?
Yeah.
Right. And it looks like there's a drainage ditch that's going down the middle of the property. When you bought the property, was there a bridge going over that?
Yeah, it was kind of like a bridge. It was like pieces of wood and it was like leaning forward. And my contractor told me that it's very unsafe to even go on it. So at the time they removed it and we put just a regular wood over it so we can cross back and forth. And then when house was close to be completed, well, I had something else.
So you improved that little bridge that was going over the ditch, and that was there when you bought it?
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was like half decayed, like I don't think people take care of the
Okay.
lands at all.
And the dock itself, was that also in this state of disrepair?
Yeah, the dock, like I said, it's not original, we just changed the wood
Okay.
on the top. But
And-
like, you know, the structure and the needs and support is.
Same size, same location, you just put a new deck on it.
Okay, and at this point, it looks like the house is for sale, right? You're selling the house, okay, and this is obviously one of the issues that needs to be resolved before you can sell it, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I have. Do you guys have any questions of Mr. Sully?
I mean, the place is 100 times better. It looks 100 times better than it
Likewise.
did, so.
Thank you.
Yes, James?
I went out to the property and I agree. It's a very nice job you did on the document. I did some research, which I passed on to the town lawyer, and it is true, when you look at what was there
Oh, yeah.
prior,
like-
it was an old rickety bridge and even ricketier a dock. So that's definitely true. I guess the only thing I'm a little concerned about that has to do with the Lakeland survey describing a drainage ditch. And the reason why is when you go out to the NJDEP hydrology mapping services, you'll find a waterway that snakes all the way up a mile or so. It's, you know, with the lake undergoing so many hits either through global warming and everything else, it's kind of sensitive to make sure that any water entering the lakes continues to do so unimpeded. Just what used to be described as a stream, then becomes described as a ditch, then becomes described as a French drain, then becomes described as turf with you know, sprinkler systems on it. I was just wondering, would you have any problem in just updating the land survey so that says stream and not ditch, which I tend to think of as temporary runoff from a road or something like that?
Yeah,
And I sent to the board materials, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's for her to, somebody has to classify that
It's-
as a stream. I wouldn't rush into saying I'll do something. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we can. I think it's
Yeah.
actually in some of the prior documents, they refer to it as the drainage.
It's not on her property.
Well, the New Jersey DEP.
It is,
map
it does.
site,
Yeah.
GIS service with it as a stream.
Okay.
I mean, listen, I think the best we could do is maybe have John Rushkey take a look at it. But
It's
I
not a
mean,
showstopper for the purpose of
Yeah.
the dock. It's
No.
really to make sure that a water source for the lake 50 years from now, when we all visit it, we don't say, what the heck? is
Stream.
Yeah, no.
I just don't wanna say, listen, it's a drainage just now, it runs, listen, you're not taming that thing, like today, it was probably running like a.
Mhm.
It's a drainage ditch, for the most part, when it's not, there's nothing running down,
It's
it's
dry.
pretty much dry, I mean, a very little bit. I don't think, I mean, I wouldn't say, yeah, I'll classify it as a stream, because that may change your whole, what you can do on your property, I mean. It's definitely a runoff trench, it carries water from upstream, uphill down to the lake, but yeah, they're gonna have to delineate that, or somebody else's, we can't say that.
Authority to.
No.
do that either.
Mr. Haggerty, we don't have any issue with approving the
No.
dock issue here because there's a stream running under that bridge. Okay, we're
It's
good.
existing, it's pre-existing. The fact that it's labeled as a ditch, I know I've got a client who has a ditch that goes down into the Ponce Lake, and that was regulated as a class one. It was described as a drainage ditch, so it's not that we lose protection because it's labeled as a drainage. ditch.
Yeah.
It's still subject to all the regulations. Is this accurate, and does that accurately show your,
Become a deep.
showing your photograph? Your
Before construction.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna, because it was handed, and I'm gonna mark that as A2 if I might.
And I raised the issue that it could be a stream, if it was a stream, you're building a bridge over it, that could be regulated by DEP, but the fact that it was reconstruction of existing
Yeah.
structure that's there, that should be.
And that's why I brought that document, because really, it is true, it was just making existing stuff safer. And who can argue with that? It's just the protection of the lake water source. Can we label every stream in New Jersey a ditch then? I mean, if,
By DEP standard, every ditch is virtually a stream.
but I have documents from 1956 that label it as a stream.
It's still
Okay.
regular.
Find that in bank.
Again, it was more an issue from the environmental committee than than construction.
And you provided dimensions, you illustrated dimensions of the dock on a copy of the survey. It's a 4 foot width, then it projects 36 feet from the shoreline. That's all accurate. Setbacks are accurate, 26 feet on the other side.
Yeah.
1 to 3, 16 feet to the property line. Yeah, that's all.
It's the.
All right, we'll do that. And any questions? Does the board members have any questions on this application?
I think you've done a wonderful job at the home because I live up there for quite a long time and, you know, it's wonderful to see it, you know.
Exhibit.
Yourself.
Picture. Day two.
A2.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? On the board? All right, seeing none, I'll open this application to the public. Does anybody wish to comment on this application? Please step forward.
Good evening, Clifford London, I'm the owner of 378 Maxim Drive, which is across the street. Let me again start with.
Step up to the mic,
James
please.
said,
You gotta come up and get.
Step up to the mic,
okay.
please, Mayor.
echo what Mr. Mazzalewski said, the property is right now is a tremendous improvement over what was there. But I have to go right to the issue of the stream, okay? I have lived on that property or own that property or family members own that property for 70 of the last 75 years. Okay, the stream that this runs through this property comes from my property across the street. There is a 36-inch pipe under that roadway. That stream, and I've walked it the entire distance, goes up for about 1.25 miles into the hills. The big wetland off of Columbia Trail and Akron Way drains to that stream. If this is a ditch and only contains water coming off the hill, then why has my property flooded like 4 feet deep 4 times over the last 50 years? Okay, this is in fact a stream. The prior owner of this, Mr. Trimble, when he did a number of improvements, went through all sorts of machinations to try and get it under the criteria and failed to do so. Okay, and to show you even further what's a stream, the borough stormwater management plan, and this is coming from your site, as prepared by John Rushke on page, and I have to put my glasses on, I think it's page 29, talks about this particular stream and recommends a stormwater detention basin on the other side of Maxim Drive for this stream. It's the borough's own stormwater management plan adopted by the borough. So for all intents and purposes, for 75 years, for somebody who's hiked it and walked up and down, that is a stream, regardless of what someone wants to call it to get through an application hearing. My other issues with this application were just that on the official survey, I mean, I've seen one now that has the distances and the length of the dock penciled in, but it has to be certified by a surveyor as the exact dimensions of the dock. And third, I would point out to the board that this was installed. This is a application after the fact. But my real concern is that is a stream that is a major stream. It is one of the 2 major streams servicing Byram Cove, and it is not a drainage ditch. So my request is that survey be amended to reflect that it's a waterway or a stream or something else other than a ditch, and that the dimensions be put onto that survey of the dock so that it is enforceable. A whole side issue, it appears from their survey that a good portion of the dock and part of that deck is off the property. And I think it's a matter of policy because there are lakefront lots out there that don't own land under the lake and don't have the rights to build the dock. I can name you 5 or 6 of them off the top of my head. But as a matter of policy, you should be looking at whether or not there is a right to put that dock there. And I think in this particular case, because I've gone back to the deeds to 1950, there are some rights to use it, but it's a matter of policy. You should be looking at this before, just to prove the ownership. And maybe a letter from Mr. Attorney, from Mr.
Colabella.
Colabella. I'm blanking out on your name, Chris. I apologize.
He's new.
Yeah.
Never seen.
Or from the title company, just saying.
I know when his hair was dark.
There are some rights to use the property. Okay, but again, your own stormwater management plan.
Okay.
This is a stream.
Well, if our borough engineer calls it a stream, then we'll call it a stream.
Yeah,
You don't have a problem with that, right? Chris? All right, all
It's a stream.
right, James?
Okay, well, you said it better, but when I looked at the NJDEP, it's a stream.
Okay. All right, it's a stream. All right, and
It's running.
anybody else from the public wish to comment in this application? Seeing none, I'll bring it back to the board. Questions, comments, or a motion?
I have nothing. It's a
A
stream.
couple. Anybody?
Again, do we, Mr. Haggerty, do we have any issues approving it because it's a stream now? Okay.
Dennis, no?
No, that's correct. I mean, I think we were taking the assumption initially
Okay.
that it was a stream and.
We're not,
Mr. Lemon brought up two conditions.
Okay, yeah, I mean, change the survey.
They be labeled,
And
change
label it
from
right,
a
it's
to
supposed to
a
be.
stream. And, while they're there, they can do an is really.
Do an as-built to show us
To
exactly
show
where the
the
dock is.
Dimensions
Sure.
are,
So-
clarify the dimensions.
All right, do I have a motion with those two?
Stipulation.
Yes.
I'll make a
Judy?
motion.
All right, we have a motion. We have a second.
Mr. Sherlin.
yes.
Mr. Diamond.
Yes.
Mr. Cabinet.
Yes.
Ms. Crock. Councilman Kuzic.
Yeah.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Chairman Ray.
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
Mayor Galati.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you so
your
much.
business.
All right.
Okay,
Two applications are D variances.
these two, next two, we have two more applications, both D variances, so the mayor, council. Well, you gotta stay.
I do.
Ron, stay, no, you don't.
I don't know.
I think Ron can stay, just last four.
I can stay.
No, Lucy though.
What's coming up? All right, well, James can come up to where,
Should I be? Yeah, I don't vote.
I know Marie doesn't like it.
Oh, that's one.
No.
sorry, Ron.
He's ordering a pizza and going.
Well, that's-
Okay, the first new application is E.G. Anderson, Hudson Farm, 557 Stanhope Road. Someone here from Hudson Farm.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. My name is Ryan Windles. I'm with the law firm Shank Price Smith and King on behalf of the applicant. We are requesting D variance relief in order to the dog kennel use on the parcel in the application. This has been necessitated fortunately by the fire that occurred at the Osprey Animal Rescue earlier this year. They've obviously been displaced due to that, so the applicant is offering to let the Oscar use their current existing dog kennel on another parcel and to seek approval to use a barn on this parcel in question to operate dog kennel. I also have with me John Winterly, who's a representative of the applicant, who can answer any questions the board may have.
Is this temporary till the Oscar gets, because I saw that they're ready to start building, rebuilding.
We would not be seeking temporary relief with this. We would be hoping to this be a permanent use relief for us. I also neglected to mention, in case this is considered the board considers this a second primary use, we would also request variance relief for that. Because on the parcel.
The kennels are listed as included as a conditional use in your zoning ordinance, but only in the M1 and M2 zones, which are manufacturing zones, extraction zones. The conditions you can think about for reference, if the property would be in one of those zones for a kennel, it requires a minimum of 2 acres. Obviously, this property is much larger. Structures housing animals and exercise areas for animals shall be at least 100 feet from any lot line. I think we're gonna take a part of that. Minimum lot front and side yard shall be at least 50 feet each. I think we're going to testify to that. That's fine. Maximum height, 2 stories to 25 feet. It's less than that according to the plan. Animals shall be contained in building pens or other enclosures at all times. After it runs, the pens shall be screened from the view of the human properties. I think this is. We've set that, but they'll substantiate it. Buildings and structures shall be designed and arranged so as not to detract from the value of the building property. Not more than 10 dogs or cats or a combination for each 1 acre of lot area. So, I'm sure they'll provide testimony that had this been in the M1 or M2 zone, it would have satisfied the conditions for the zones, but, we treat this as a use variance, not permitted in the zone. And the second feature, maybe it's a second principal use.
Do you have an idea, how many dogs do you, what's the maximum you're gonna?
That's a great question. You mind if I swear in?
Please raise your right hand. You swear that the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, okay?
Yes,
And your full name?
John Wonderly,
I'm wondering. What your last name?
WUNDERLICH,
How are you affiliated with the property?
property manager.
You're familiar with the operation of the kennels?
Yes,
You're the property manager for the kennels, or for the?
Brockton Farm.
All right, you good?
Great, the dogs that will be,
it's got space and plans for 35. They are not general public boarding. It's club use, training, breeding, that kind of a feature. It's just add on to the hunting club that we've had, so some expansion with that, as well as just helping the Oscar for the short term.
So you plan on keeping 30 to 35 dogs there full time, all the time? Is that?
I mean, up to, yes. I don't know that we'll have that many there all the time, but
You're seeking up to 35 dogs?
Yeah.
Not to exceed.
Not to exceed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And will the other facility operate exclusively from your property at this point?
excuse me,
you talk
which
about
property?
Oscar?
Yeah, I'm talking about Oscar.
So Oscar, they are housing their dogs there. As far as adoptions and public coming in, they still handle all that through their building, at their original location, the house there. So if they've got adoptions, they come pick the dogs up, they take them to their facility, meet with the people, and then bring them back.
So everything you're doing there is just strictly for your own, there's no public
No,
in and
just
out,
the-
dog
just the-
boarding, none of that?
No,
No public access.
Breeding.
breeding.
Vet on call or vet?
Yeah, we have Andover Animal Hospital is our vet on call. The current kennel that we have there is Sussex County Health Department approved. Obviously, we would have to add this one on, whether the county wants a second application or an add-on to the existing, I have to work that out with Anita at the county. And then just update the town license.
Did you say you planned on breeding?
We do some breeding now, but we would love to do that one.
Is this for the training of hunting dogs
Yes,
and also any other aspects?
just hunting dogs. That's all we do there.
I think you also have a pen near the main entrance for visitors who may bring dogs for event-based use.
Correct. That is small little pen. It, it served the purpose originally, but it's kind of too small and too close to the road. So it's all kind of just driven us for the better application for.
And this new building is down through the cornfield.
Correct. Yes, sir.
So this is already constructed, there's no new construction proposed, it's just gonna
Correct.
fit inside, whatever.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it's pretty isolated. It's quite a drive from.
Yeah, the nearest neighbor's house is 820 feet from the building, and there's 100 foot of wooded section between that, as well as some wetlands.
What was this building being used for prior to this?
It was an agricultural storage building, and then we also had raised some pheasant chicks in it. From time to time, it was a piece of property that we had bought that was derelict. House was run down, barns were falling down on it, so we just cleaned it up.
How old is this building that you
This
proposed?
building
I believe
is,
I believe it was approved in 2024.
yeah,
Do we approve on?
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
It does look nice.
What was it intended
You
for?
keep building stuff over there.
for-
storage at the time, yes.
Okay, so the whole thing is gonna be utilized as a kennel?
Yes.
Okay, no more agricultural, tractors or whatever?
I mean, there's tractors around there. It's kind of right in the middle of the farm section, so, you know.
I just don't want to have a problem putting tractors in there with fuel and everything else and.
No, I'm there around
being
it,
there.
like, that all would have to be approved by the health department, and they come do the inspections and all that, as far as.
Strictly for kennel purposes and your own purposes.
So in terms of the mix of private versus charitable use, I assume if it was approved that Oscar would get first use of the resource until it's no longer needed.
Absolutely, yep.
And just to be Oscar, they would be utilizing a separate,
Building.
right, correct.
Yeah.
Separate section,
It's on a separate parcel, yes.
separate parts.
It's the original kennel that we had right on as far as Stanhope Road.
It's different, it's
Different building.
different than.
So they displaced our kennel use. And then if they need more space, we're happy to let them use space there as
Okay.
well.
Just don't let them get together. You'll have a puppy machine.
Yeah, no.
I'm confused. The building that you brought before the board tonight will be used by Oscar and by yourself.
As Mr. Wanley, it would be primarily used for the applicant, but if Oscar did need additional space, they would be willing
It's
to.
because, but it's because of Oscar that they're moving it over here too. Oscar's
Well,
using their other.
Once Oscar moves back into the thing, what's the front kennel gonna be? Just,
We would just use that for, someone coming in for the day that has a dog in their car rather than leaving it locked in the car, drop dog off, take dog home. So no overnights, no.
So this
Yeah.
building you have here, that's,
Single building.
that's one single building that was used for agriculture. You have dog kennel occurring.
Yes.
You're moving that up to this building
Correct,
and Oscar is using the other.
correct.
temporarily.
Temporary, yes.
And we don't have a plan for that other building. Okay.
That was approved. There's a town, we have a license through the town and then the health department's inspected it, so.
So we don't have an application for that. I mean, we don't need an application
No.
because that's already.
Right.
All right, Dennis, you got anything on this or
No, I think I got it squared.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm off on this.
all right, any board members have any questions of this application?
And it does appear that you'd satisfy those conditional use standards that I rattled off anyway.
That's, yeah, correct, yep.
And there's no outdoor fence enclosure areas needed.
Well, that whole property is fenced off.
They're free range.
Yeah, and then,
Go.
When they say run, I mean it.
and then the rest of
My
it
yard.
would be, what the health department requires, so.
Okay, I mean, are the dogs aren't running around the property then?
No, they're enclosed in the
They're-
facility and then there's an outdoor run.
There's an outdoor run.
Yes,
And that's an existing outdoor run area.
correct.
So.
So there's no new clearing, no new land change. Yes, correct.
Yes. Okay, any questions? Seeing none, I'll open this application to the public. Does anybody from the public wish to comment on this application? Seeing none, I'll close it to public and bring it back to the board for motion.
I'll make a motion to move it.
I'll second it.
Mr. Sherlock,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Kenneth,
Yes.
Ms. Croft,
Yes.
Mr. Mazzaluski,
Yes.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Chairman Ray,
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes. All right, good to go.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
Good
night.
luck.
Have a nice evening.
All right, next application is the Village Marina LLC, 10 West River Styx Road.
Good evening, Mr. Chair and members. Ronald S. Heyman and Fletcher on behalf of Village Marina. I have Mr. Petroselli, who is one of the members of the Village Marina, and I have two experts here to testify, our engineer, Adam Kuchera, and my planner is Allison Kopska. Just a brief while he's setting up. There's two lots, 8 and 8.01 in block 30701. As you know, it's a multiple use. We've got a marina, we've got some properties here. And we're gonna take some property down. We're gonna try to build a home for Mr. Petroselli there with a garage. So let me just see if I have what I want to tell you. I'm gonna have Mr. Petroselli tell you what he's gonna do, but I think the story's gonna be better told when my engineer shows you what's gonna be done. So. No, as much as I don't like these things in duplicate, maybe we swear them both in and while they're going, while he's talking, and then, you know, so to show you, because they'll make a better picture rather than just having Mr. Petroselli and tell. And I'll go through his qualifications also. Bill, I'm gonna talk to you after something. And then when you're ready, they're gonna swear at you and swear you in. Yep. Good swear at you. You too.
You swear the testimony about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, okay?
I do.
And let's start with you. Your first name?
Anthony,
Name.
Petrcelli.
Are you the property owner?
Yes.
A managing member.
One of the manager of the property.
You know, person.
Yep.
And your first.
Radim Kuchera, RADIM. Last name is KUCERA.
Yeah, Radham, can you give the benefit of your educational background and then your professional,
I testified before this board like half a year ago. So I'm gonna repeat that, I obtained my education in what used to be Czechoslovakia, is now Czech Republic. I came to the United States in 1988. After 5 years of working as a design engineer, I applied for my EIT and the license. I obtained it in 1995, and ever since then I've been working in the capacity of professional engineer. Right now, I'm the owner of the company which prepared these plans.
and your license state of New Jersey?
I'm in New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
And besides testifying before this board, you testified before other boards?
Yes, I have.
As operating in the field of engineering. Okay, so.
We'll accept his credentials.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna go back and forth. So, Mr. Petrelli, you are one of the two members that own this property, correct?
Correct.
And the property consists of the marina, and I think like 23 boat slips are there, is that what it is?
It's about, yeah,
23? And then there's some properties on the site.
yes.
All right, so Radham, why don't we show them what Mr. Petroselli intends to remove? And then we'll get to what we're gonna build.
Okay, so I would refer you to the first sheet in the set of plans, which shows existing conditions. And on that plan, we indicated what structure should be removed. Is it this building next to the marina along the easterly side of the
And that building is a maintenance building for the marina. I thought there was a garage door down there.
Yeah, it's,
Put the power to
At one point it was used, I would
I
assume.
think so. We're not sure what it was, with the, it's the synthetic air grading into the ground.
So is it, with that building going down, will there be any repairs? both
Not to
based,
that building. That building just goes away.
On any of the new buildings coming up, will there be repairs?
If you look at the second sheet, James, I mean,
Yes.
that's going, the building down by the lake is going, the repair shop is going.
But if that, are there boat repairs that are gonna happen?
No,
No.
no.
Okay,
not
that's
that
all.
bad.
So that, what used to be boat repairs is not gonna be
No,
replaced
that-
with
no.
another boat repair.
Okay, then there's an existing dwelling in the middle of the property along the same property line that will be raised as well. And there remains what used to be garage approximately in this area that will be treated.
One wall. if I
That's an
recall from
interesting
your-
way of putting it.
Used to call it Potemkin. From the road I came from, Potemkin's village.
Yeah.
Bob Modick would not take that down. He said, no, there was a building here, so.
And,
Okay,
and then, where are we wanna go on to where we're gonna place the new structure?
Yes.
When I get a little testimony of the size of it and what we intend to do and the garage.
well, I could say, I mean, they came a couple years ago,
Yes,
this,
yes.
and pretty much what we asked him to do back then. It looks like he pretty much did what we asked him to do, you know, I mean, the first garage, you know, the first building was, you know,
Correct.
enormous, so.
You had to make a few corrections and everything.
Yeah.
That's part of our.
I mean, this looks a lot.
Okay, so this plan proposes three structures to go down and three structures to be constructed and built. It's the two-story building, there's a building in the middle, and associated garage. And then out. With the south.
That's all.
These are the only three new structures to be.
Let me just go through a little bit earlier so I can.
Yeah.
The proposed dwelling that you're going to build basically on the same site as one of the buildings you're removing. How many bedrooms was that?
It's two bedrooms.
That would be a two-bedroom, single-family home.
Yes, yeah.
And you show on there, two buildings that are linked together closer to the lake. And are those single-family homes?
Yes.
You got one-story dwelling and the other one is a one-story dwelling too, right? And how many bedrooms, if you're looking toward the lake, that dwelling closest to the lake, how many bedrooms is that?
They're both one bedroom.
Or each one bedroom? Okay, got it. Thank you.
And then we have a garage, I believe, is,
And we have a garage at this location, yes.
that's gonna be a new construction also,
Two-car garage, yes, I
to
mentioned.
go with the new unit.
Correct.
Okay.
How about the dwelling house closest to the road? How many bedrooms?
That's one.
That's the one, they're all, okay, one bedroom, okay.
I have my plan, but Mr. Chair, do you, any variances you want to talk about, or we leave them to the planner, or you
I
let me
would
know?
leave the variance.
Okay. Okay.
The planner.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, just wanted to
I
make
can
sure.
put my opinion, but it's about it.
By doing this, you're able to add boat slip, it appears, by removing the one building.
Parking spots.
Parking spots. And
that goes for. When this came up, parking was an issue.
Right, there was a question before, we had to add some parking down in there, it was one of the big questions they had. How many spaces now do we?
Shooting spaces, was required, and so we can make this our proposal.
I have a question.
Yes.
As far as square footage, with the removal of the buildings, how much square footage did that add? Or what was the square footage with the removal of? And then, how much square footage?
I would juggle a little bit, and I would respond that we are proposing 8% less of the impervious surface on the property as compared to the existing situation. I do not know, right, of the fact that square footage is
As far as the impervious coverage is 8% less now.
8% less will be than it is today.
Okay, that answers my question.
Okay.
There were some other issues that were raised in the engineering report regarding parking spaces. Particularly the ones close to the lake. They mentioned that it was within the flood zone. Is that a concern?
It is, it's correct. It's within the flood hazard area of Wapaton Lake, but we do not propose any grading changes in that area, within that area. Well, in my opinion, there is no concern as far as flood hazards and it's improved.
And the other mention was that the parking spaces were smaller than what was required. I think it's 10 by 20 and yours is 18 by.
9 by 18.
Yeah.
Does that create problems for turning radiuses or anything like that?
If I may.
I think that's standard, isn't it? That 9 by 18 is a.
Right, that's the typical residential thing.
Yeah, I would just offer my interpretation with these 10,000, and this is not to say what the borough should require. It's just that 9 by 18 is a regular, are the real dimensions of any parking, residential parking space or slot, in the state of New Jersey. These 10 by 20s started popping up at the time of Humvee becoming popular. People, bumping into other door at the parking, commercial parking areas, and some townships, and including your borough, adapted this new size. But in my, if I may say, professional opinion, I think that 9 by 18 is more than sufficient.
So how many parking spaces did you have prior? And then how many parking spaces are you gonna have when you're done?
It was never designated, it wasn't designated parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the problems, Chairman, we had to come
Yeah.
back. We couldn't tell you where we were parking.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
You're showing on your plan 10 on your cover sheet, and then you're showing on the revision at
I've been at the
17,
viewers and
your
most
garage.
Right,
So it's showing plus 7.
plus 7.
But the impression I got from reading the engineering letter was that you're gonna rely on some crushed gravel in designated parking areas which can't be striped and delineated one versus the other. Are you planning to put anything like what they recommended, those cement headers, so you know this is where you go?
Wheel stops, normally me personally, I'm against those because that's a nuisance in the winter when you plowing your parking area and these things are all over the place. It's not the case of Marina, obviously, you can park their skates. So in my opinion, it would be probably the best way how to go about it, if the engineer agrees with it, and you too, obviously, is to put like a bollard. Let's say 6x6 pressure treated wood in the middle of the parking, which is naturally looking and delineates the parking, and people don't know where to actually hit it.
Yeah, I think the impression I got from the read was that, since there isn't any striping, it may be difficult to determine where to park.
Something has to be done and we will do that, yes.
So 1 and 2 and 7, 8 are already there, right? Parking number 1 and 2 and 7, 8 are already there.
Yes, they are.
And then 3 and 4 are inside the garage. So we're really talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 parking spots.
In the open.
In the open.
There's no issue.
Okay.
I mean, it's always worked. I mean, I've been around the Marine my whole life and it never seemed to, there was never a problem with overflow or,
That was testimony of the
Yeah.
owner
Yeah.
when we are approaching the staff.
I don't
There's
remember that.
Never been a problem.
No. So, all right, so you, right now you have 4 dwellings, 4 single-family dwellings on it, and it's gonna remain 4 single-family dwellings.
Yeah, but we're done. After we take away and put back up, yes.
Yeah, okay. Now, how are they all serviced by public sewer?
There's a pump there, it pumps up.
Okay. How many, is it 1 EDU? How many, is it 1 sewer bill for the whole place, or you pay 1 for each? 2?
2.
All right, so that's gonna have to get changed to 4, because there's 4 dwellings on the,
Yeah. When the resolution.
I mean, I guess,
If you pass.
it was put in with there's 1 grinder pump for the whole complex. I mean, it's worked up till now, so as long as it keeps working, then we'll leave it as be, but there's gonna have to be 4 separate.
So we're not adding
sewer
any
bill.
more capacity to that one grounder?
No,
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
no, so,
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If there's no more questions, my engineer, I do have my planner here to testify about the mixed use and the variance.
I mean, I think it's a much better flow with that little building being gone. You pick up some parking spots down there, so to me, it's the positive criteria outweighs the negative criteria to this point, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I got a good planner though, let it go.
if you feel you have to have.
Well, if she's already paid for, then.
Yeah, I see it, so I just listen, you made it easy for him, I just want to bring her up here and at least introduce her. Come on up, Allison.
She's gotta do something for her money, man.
I brought her here,
All right.
So they'll swear you in, Allison.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear the testimony about the truth, the whole truth, and that's the truth.
Yes.
Hey, can you give them your CV? I know you work with Jessica Caldwell, but give them your background, your education, and obviously your license.
Search your full name.
Oh, yes, that too, that's what I know.
Allison Kopsko, ALISON KOPSCO.
And you don't get to come to too many meetings when the chairman tells you you've already proved it, don't but let me just get your education back and then, I like.
I mean, her testimony, I didn't make up my mind yet.
I know.
So the goal is to unsell the same.
Yeah. So give me some little
Don't screw it up.
your education.
Yeah, so I received my master's in city and regional planning from Rutgers University in 2019. I've been working as a planner at J. Caldwell and Associates since then. I'm currently a senior planner, licensed professional planner in the state of New Jersey, member of the American Institute of Certified Planners. Both of those are current and in good standing. I've not been before this board, but I have been accepted as an expert in planning before numerous land use boards in Sussex, Morris.
And Warren, we work together in Warren, that's right.
All right, well, if Mr. Heyman brings you up.
Thank you, Chair, I appreciate that. So you did prepare a report, okay, I know you
Yes.
went through the process, so why don't you, let's go just through the variances, the mixed use and let's just give some criteria.
Sure. So there are several existing non-conforming conditions that are not being exacerbated by the application. So I will focus on the new variances that are being exacerbated or created. The first obviously is the D1 use variance for having multiple principal uses on a single lot. And the second is the D2 expansion of a non-conforming use. These single-family dwellings are not permitted in the B1 retail business zone. And technically they are being modified, so it does fall under that expansion of a non-conforming use. I did read the engineer's report. They noted a potential multifamily residence variance. However, it doesn't meet in my opinion, it doesn't meet the borough's definition of multifamily residence. It's just multiple single-family residences on one lot. So with respect to the bulk variances that are being created, they're essentially all relative to parking. The first being having off-street parking in the side yard where it's not proposed, and that's for spaces on, I believe it's sheet 2, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 200 square feet are required, 162 square feet is proposed. Again, size of parking spaces, 10 by 20, as we've discussed, are required, 9 by 18 proposed. Delineation of spaces, that's been addressed. And then the parking area surface has also been addressed. Gravel is proposed. So I'll try to be brief. So with respect to the D1 use variance, as the board is aware, there's the positive and negative criteria. And the positive criteria for a D1 use variance, applicants need to demonstrate that the goals and objectives of the local master plan are advanced, and also that the site is particularly suitable. With respect to the negative criteria, that applicants need to demonstrate that there's no substantial detriment to the public good and no substantial impairment to the intent and purpose of the zone plan and zoning ordinance. So I'll first start with site suitability. The case law has generally determined that a site is particularly suited to a specific use when it meets the general welfare or purpose A of zoning as identified in municipal land use law. The evaluation of whether a site is suitable for use revolves around the questions, why is the site particularly suited despite the zoning, and what unique characteristics of the site make it particularly appropriate. So the site is in the B1 zone. The property is nearly double the size of the minimum lot size and larger than both of the adjacent properties. The size of the lot allows for adequate light, air, and open space between each of the buildings and access to the existing marina. And then again, with the exception of several existing non-conforming conditions, the proposal is able to conform generally with the bulk requirements of the B1 zone. We can also look at the fact that this is kind of a transitional area between medium density residential uses to the north and more intensive commercial uses to the south and east. The subject property is also 3 lots away from the R1 zone district, where obviously single-family residences are permitted. And then kind of looking at the R1 bulk standards, they require 15,000 feet. I did look at the surrounding lots, particularly on that side of the road, on that side of River Styx Road. Of the parcels that I looked at, on average, they were approximately 7,700 square feet. And so visually and functionally, the density of these 4 units on about 24,000 square feet is very much in keeping with the character of the neighborhood. So we can also look at some of the purposes of zoning set forth in municipal land use law to meet the positive criteria. Notably, purpose G is to provide sufficient space in appropriate locations for a variety of uses. Again, we can look at the oversized nature of the lot, and it allows for these single-family dwellings to coexist on the lot without substantially impairing the zone standards for the zone. In considering overdevelopment, which is often a concern for multiple principal uses on one lot, these are relatively modest-sized homes. 3 of the 4 are 1-story dwellings, and the proposed 2-story dwelling is proposed to comply with the maximum height. The proposal overall does not substantially impair light, air, and open space either within the lot or to any adjacent properties surrounding the lot. So with respect to the negative criteria, the first branch of that is looking at will the granting of these variances result in any substantial detriment to the public good? I did take a look at the borough's master plan reexamination reports, particularly the 2014 reexamination report. I did note that one of the recommendations was to permit pre-existing single-family homes in the B1 zone, provided that they meet the standards of the R1 zone. So to my knowledge, this was not formally adopted into the borough code, but the planning board at the time clearly contemplated existing single-family dwellings in the B1 zones. And then 2 of the 4 dwellings are just minimally visible from River Styx Road, and so it does not impair the overall aesthetics of the neighborhood. With respect to any detriments to the zone plan or zoning ordinance, as I mentioned, I did review the reexamination reports. One of the goals listed in there was to protect the natural resources of the community. I think one of the strongest characteristics of this application is that the impervious coverage is being reduced from 60.5% to 54.3%. That's not an insignificant amount of impervious coverage, given the size of the lot. And there was a recommendation in the 2014 re-exam that the master plan should recognize recent efforts of the borough to create a main street on River Styx Road. And that included a goal of including greater opportunities for mixed-use development while promoting walking rather than driving. And so this proposal for an oversized lot, that the proposal allows for an oversized lot to have these single-family residences. It's in alignment with the goal of promoting walkability and access to this main street area. For the D2 expansion of a non-conforming use, the positive criteria for that variance can be shown by a reduction in non-conformity. So again, we are improving the impervious coverage on the site. We're increasing a little bit the side yard setback between the proposed dwelling and the property line. And we are increasing the designated parking spaces from 10 to 17 spaces. And so with respect to the bulk variances, the case Pullen v. Township of South Plainfield, the court found that the benefit of the overall development or redevelopment of the site could be applied to the C2 variance criteria. The overall benefits of this project in this case are allowing for a mixed-use property near the Main Street area of the borough, reducing impervious coverage and providing for the required number of parking spaces. So based on these proofs, it's my professional opinion that the D1 and D2 use variances both satisfy the positive criteria in the municipal land use law, and the granting of these variances would not result in any substantial detriment to the zone plan and zoning ordinance or impair or any detriment to the public.
Very good. Nice presentation.
Just
Go
a
ahead, Andy.
question.
Sure.
Sorry. In other applications that came up when there's a request to put more units on an existing footprint, like maybe taking down a house and putting up a 5 or 6 unit townhouse, there's usually an ask from the board as to whether one of those units could be allocated for affordable housing. Do you think that this would be an appropriate ask in this application? And if not, this application, why?
I mean, I think it's just too small of it's too small of a project to take one of those units and make it affordable housing. I
We're
mean,
not creating.
and there's no
We're
addition.
not creating new units,
Yeah.
more new units, instead of 4 new units, then I would think if we were doing 4 new
Yeah.
units, we'd have to give you an
Yeah.
affordable one, but I think.
But you're creating no new.
There's no
No
change
new
in
units,
use.
well, just the one though, the one that we're taking one down,
Well,
bringing it back
it's not
up.
a new.
It's not a new
it's not an
individual unit.
increased number. of
Correct.
units.
Right, we're not, so I don't think it applies.
Maybe my math was wrong. I thought there were 3 residents there now and it's going to 4.
I think one
No,
was.
there's 4 there now. It's staying the same.
Staying the same,
That'll be 4.
it'll be 4.
4, there was 4, there is 4, and it's gonna be 4. So
Right.
nothing's changed.
So in cases when there's more units for you would think it would be an appropriate ask in that
Right.
case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll continue to ask.
Question, the garage, no living space in the garage.
No.
Okay, storage, whatever, okay.
Question. Parking spaces,
Yeah.
they have to be accessible by the public, 17 is required.
Yes, I believe so. The engineer did provide a count. The proposed parking calculations, I believe, are on sheet 2 there.
There's 17 on there. I mean, if you looked at the plan.
Yeah, well, my issue is this, how could it be public if it's inside the garage? 2 of them are inside the garage, so that they're not accessible by the public. So how can you count those parking spots?
Well, I think they're. So they're,
You don't have to slice.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I just, I didn't know if they had to be, since it's a business, if they were public parking or it was the total or both.
I mean, as well as I do, that it's always, that marina has always worked. I mean, there's never,
I just wanted clarification. that's
Yeah,
all.
and it is 2 parking spaces per dwelling unit.
Okay, right, I just wanted a little clarification.
Yeah.
Okay.
Garage itself, one dwelling unit is in the garage?
no, there's no dwelling units in the garage.
No, but
Sorry.
yeah, the garage is for the dwelling unit, 2-car garage is only for the new dwelling unit, yeah, the one dwelling unit, yes.
I mean, to that point, one dwelling unit occupies 4 parking stalls.
Yeah.
So you may have a little bit of a
Yeah.
issue, but.
They'll figure that out.
I read your report.
Yeah, we'll have to work it out with the tenant, yes.
All right, do we have any other questions? The board have any questions, this applicant? No? Seeing none, I'll open to the public. Does anybody from the public wish to comment? No. I'll bring it back to the board. For motion.
All the information.
Okay, the only 2 things I want, no living space in the garage, and that it's 4
EUs.
yes.
Yeah, when I get the resolution, I'll make sure
Okay.
that gets all through.
Okay.
Yep. Mr. Schurla,
Yes.
Mr. Diamond,
Yes.
Mr. Catamic,
Yes.
Ms. Crop, Mr. Mazelewski, Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Chairman Wright,
Yes.
Mr. Tappan.
Yes.
As always, everybody, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest.
Have a good night. Yep, thank you.
Yeah, good. Go back.
And the city planner, let's screw it up.
Where are you guys going? Where are you guys going?
We didn't adjourn yet. Come on.
Get them.
We didn't open it to the public?
I was gonna go up as a public and spend an hour or so.
Please, please.
Put it right there.
Okay, next item on the agenda is, the meeting is open to the public. Does anybody from the public wish to comment on anything in the land use reports? Seeing none, I'll close it to the public, bring it back and wait for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thanks, Judy. Thanks for showing up.
Sure, I found the picture of the dock and bridge, because I didn't want to.
Save a tree.